Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. It's a brand new series, brand new topic, so let's get right into it. These are the myths of emotional resilience. These are the myths of emotional resilience. Now, when we're talking about emotional resilience, I know it's a big thing, big words. So let's break it down. So, emotional resilience, at least to me, is someone who is able to overcome whatever emotions that they're currently dealing with or have dealt with in the past. Overcoming doubt, overcoming pain, overcoming heartache, overcoming hurt, overcoming uh, you know, depression, anxiety, things of that nature. Just having the resilience to overcome it. Now, the myths that a lot of people tend to say is that, you know, if you're currently going through something, you're not emotionally resilient. If you've had unsuccessful relationships, you're not emotionally resilient. If you are still thinking about the past, then you don't have emotional resilience. And I'm here to say that's not true. The thing that we have to remember is that just because you overcome something, just because you have taken the step to move forward, does not mean that you are 100% healed. And we have to keep that in mind, especially when it comes to events that happened in our past, especially when things are currently triggering us, or people who are still in our lives or around our lives that trigger us. And to be resilient means that you are constantly moving forward. It's not just you took the first step and that's it. You constantly have to keep moving forward, or you're going to be falling backwards to the things that you were dealing with before. Now, I'm not here to say that because you are emotionally resilient, that means that you got it. That's it. You have no issues, you have no problems. What I'm here to say is that you at least are aware. And that's the biggest thing that I want everyone to take away from this video, is that you are aware of the things that happen to you, the things that make you feel some type of way, the things that affect you to this day, the things that make you feel sad, the things that make you feel depressed, the things that make you feel awkward, makes you feel anxious. And of course, I don't want you to just keep dwelling on these things, but sometimes we just can't help it. Even for me, even you know, death. For people who don't know, my mother died when I was young. My older brother died when I was 15. I've had multiple family members that have died when I was young, and death is still a kind of a tricky topic for me because it's like I'm kind of numb to death in a sense, because I've seen it so much in my life, but at the same time, I am aware that when someone close to me is sick or sad or depressed or going down the wrong direction, I tend to tense up. Well, what we got to do? What we have to do? How do we figure this? How do we fix this? How do I help? What do I do? You know, trying to go into savior mode or savior complex to think that I can change it, but I can't. And I think that's the biggest thing about me, is that I'm still suffering from the fact that I don't have all the power to help everybody that I wish I can. But at the same time, realizing that do what you can. You can't, you don't have to go above and beyond, but at least do what you can to help the situation. Of course, don't break it back, don't kill yourself, don't give all the energy to people that are not deserving of it, but at least being there, at least showing that you care is better than doing nothing. And that's something that I battle with. So yeah, I'm emotionally resilient. I can make a whole video right now talking about emotional resilience, but I still have tough days. I still have things that I have to work on. I'm married and I have things in my marriage that, maybe I don't do right. My significant other says we need to work on and things of that nature. No one is perfect. But that doesn't mean that I don't have the resilience to move on, to move forward, to grow, to allow myself to accept that I cannot control everything that's out of my control, that I can control what I can control. And that's the biggest thing I want. Another big thing, I already said that before, but another big thing that I want you to realize is that control what you can control. Being emotionally resilient is you mentally saying that I know this hurt. I know I'm sad. I know I went through this. I know this is difficult. I know that, you know, I know I don't have all the answers, but at least I want to keep moving forward. And that's what it is. Being resilient physically is like when you're going through a marathon, you're tired, you're exhausted, but you shift to the next gear. You go to the next level. You become persevering. You push, you push, you push until you reach that goal. Emotionally, you have to keep reminding yourself that this is not the end. What happened to you was not the stopping point, it was just a hurdle to get over. Yeah, it slowed you down, but it doesn't mean that it's over. Yeah, you feel hurt. Maybe it took a little bit of energy out of you. Maybe it took a lot of effort to get over this hurdle. Maybe the hurdle you thought it was a little hill, but it became a mountain. But that doesn't mean that you didn't get through it. Yeah, you have to catch your breath, but it's okay to catch your breath. It's okay to catch your breath and say, hey, I got past this situation, but that does not mean that I'm 100% healed from it. That doesn't mean that I 100% forgive the person. It doesn't mean that I'm 100% over the relationship. It doesn't mean that I'm 100% not thinking about that person. It's okay. I want you to know that it's okay. So the myths that people keep talking about, let them be myths. Let them be myths. Let those thoughts that you are constantly thinking about that may be counterintuitive, counterintuitive. I think I said it right. Counterintuitive to what you really want to achieve in your life. Just let them go and say, "Hey, I know, I hear you. Thoughts in my head, I hear you. People around me, I hear you. Family members, I hear you. But I want to live my life this way. And that's okay for me." I get it. I get it. I get it that you want me to continue to think about these things and harp over them and focus on them forever. But I have so much life to live. I have so much more things to do. I have so much things I need to achieve. And that is something that happened. That is something that was a benchmark. That was something that was a hurdle, as I said. That was something that was a setback. But there's so much more life I have to do. There's so much more things I have to accomplish. There's so much more people that I have to interact with that aren't going to treat me that way. Simple as that. So the myths of emotional resilience could be something as gigantic as you will never have a successful relationship if you're not emotionally resilient. You will never be happy again because you're still thinking about the past. So how can you be emotionally resilient if you're doing that? You cannot really appreciate what you have right now because you're so focused on what did happen and what did happen. So how can you be emotionally resilient? I'm here to say that just because you are not completely healed from a certain situation does not mean you don't have the resilience to move forward. Listen, if you took that first step to move forward after whatever happened to you, you are emotionally resilient. Now you have to continue to take those steps to move forward on your behalf because this is your life and you have more life to live. Simple as that. So if you're struggling with this, please message me. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Let's talk about it. Go to my website, fill out that relationship checklist. Talk to me more about it in that checklist. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session to see if we're a good fit for each other. You can talk to me directly. Facebook Colabcoaching, Instagram Colabcoaching. All my series, all my videos are on YouTube. COLAB Coaching. Also, I wrote an amazing book, Fresh Eyes Solve Problems Easier to Self-Love Relationship Project. It's on everywhere you can find a book. Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's on Dorrance Publishing website. Also, I did a whole audiobook for this as well. Audiobook is on Audible. It's on Lantern Audio, wherever you listen to audiobooks. I promise you, you're not be disappointed. Write a review, tell me what you thought about it, and share this with anyone that is struggling with self-love. Finally, you are emotionally resilient. Don't let the myths take over your mind and cloud your judgment. You know who you are. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.